Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry. What is going on? Well, for some reason, whenever I unpause the game, the music just stops and restarts. That's why it's always very quiet at the moment when the video starts. Not sure why that happens, but it's not a massive problem. We're going to just move on. What is going on? It has been several days since I've played, so I'm a bit confused. We are low on steel, but that's probably because all the steel's going up here so we can make all these trains that I've been building. That is correct. That is fine. We have another 6 in the queue. Do we need another 6 in the queue? Probably not. I'm gonna cancel the queue for now, just so we can let our steel just build up a bit. We'll get this last one built. That'll give us 5 trains. That'll be enough to get us started, because right at the beginning we're only going to need limestone anyway. And I'd like just to make sure our steel's in a good position. So we're just gonna let that go. Do these require workers and power and stuff? They do. It's probably worth just pausing all of this at the moment, isn't it? So we try that again. It's probably worth just pausing all of this whilst we're not using it. There we go. And can we pause these as well? I don't know if they take workers or maintenance, however. Do they? No, that's fine. You can just stay there. Whatever. Yeah, let's just get them paused. This just saves ourselves a little bit of maintenance. Perhaps, maybe, perhaps. So, what else is going on? We have got our gold train running. That is around somewhere. Where are you, my little beautiful gold train? There it is. I see it. I see it. There it goes. Chug, chug, chugging. Excellent stuff. One thing occurred to me, which is we're not really filling up on gold, and also we've got so much gold. We've got so much gold. So what I think I might do is actually change 2. Where did you go, Choo Choo? There you go. Change 2 of the flatbeds to go from being. Oh, it's a shame that that one's full. We could do the 2 middle ones, but that seems like it's going to get confusing. Let's just do the 2 end ones. So I want these to be wood, because we now have that wood storage up at the end, as in by the gold mine. That's what I mean by up at the end. And right now, if we want to fill up the wood storage down here, they've got to ferry it. They've got to truck it all the way down. Well, let's try and stop that, right? Let's try and get some wood storage in instead. I see no harm in having wood storage. Let's copy one of these. Let's pop it in here so it's actually aligned properly. Let's make that wood. We are going to have to wait for these to empty out. In the meantime, we can say let's get rid of this. I can't do much about getting extra gold out unless I just put like a small temporary storage on the end. It might be worth it, because it's probably going to be a while till that empties. So let's do something pointless and silly. Let's get a unit storage 2. Let's pop that one there. Let's unity that. Let's get that one filling up so these empty. Because then I want you to be wood. And I want you, I'm going to press all the wrong buttons, to be wood as well. Excellent. I want you to prioritize that input for the moment, just to get that empty. Do you still have gold in you? No, you don't. Do you still have gold in you? No, you don't. Perfect. So then let's just delete that for now. In fact, let's just delete that whole belt. Let's just make sure it's okay. And then up at this end, let's get there before the train gets there. We want to do the same thing up here. So we want this to be wood. I don't know what happens to the gold that was in there. I assumed it would stay in there, but it didn't. They'll just be transferred elsewhere. Okay, fine. Wood and wood, load and load. And then we want to get a lovely Mark II belt. It's going to come off of the wood storage here. It's going to come up to height 4, so it can go under this diesel pipe. Almost forgot the word for pipe. We want that to go straight, please and thank you. And then we probably want you to come, well, ideally over the other side, but that might not work. That's fine. If we bring you to there, and then you can't get past that pipe. Yeah, you can't get past that pipe. Okay, so if we bring you to there, can you do a little hoppity-skippity jump over the top? You can't find valid pillar plate. Also, that's going to remove the 5 size we have there. But then again, that water pipe's already done that, so that's not the end of the world. Why can't you find valid pillar placement, but you can do that? What if I send you up to height 5? Why can't you find valid pillar placement there? I do not understand what your problem is. What if I bring you in at height 5 there and then jump you over? Yeah, okay. Right, I've just had a delivery arrive. 1 second. Wasn't even the delivery I was expecting, so we can anticipate more interruptions. There we go. So let's bring this over to here. Over here, we want to delete this, this, and this, and then unity that. And then we want you to connect in. Can you get down quicker? Not really, unfortunately. If we take you there and into there, that will be fine. Okay, let's get you all built, and you built, and you built. And that goes all the way to there. That's perfect. And let's just jump over the other side. Yep, we haven't done the belts over here yet. Did we unity that? Let's make sure we have. And then let's copy that. We will come from here over to here. We'll just bring this in at ground level. I think I can't see a particular issue with that. I don't think trucks will be coming down there very much. And you can also connect into there. We can unity that. We can unity that. That just gets us wood storage down here. Up here, if we say trucks can no longer export from there, and make sure trucks can export from there, and that the wood storage, which is here, is requesting deliveries. Well, it's not technically, but they are bringing wood down there. So that, it should be fine. That's what I'm saying. It should be fine. So that will get us wood down here as well. We probably don't need 4 gold running. If it comes to a point where actually we think that maybe we do need more gold, or we need less wood, or whatever it happens to be, we can always just remove all of this, put another station in, bish bash bosh, job done, everyone's happy. One thing I haven't done when I built these though is left a lot of room to get an additional branch off to get another station in. So if it comes to that stage, that's going to be interesting. Steel should hopefully be starting to build up now, which I think it is, although you're still taking steel somewhere. Where are you taking steel? Oh, you're taking it up there. That's absolutely fine. We have a high supply of fertilizer, high supply of naphtha, that's fine, but we're full of diesel and fuel gas. There's not a lot of point in doing a lot with that. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, so what's next? Really, we just really need this filled in so we can get this return loop back in place, because once that's in place, we can start actually getting trains running on this bit of the network. That is the main thing today. It's the main thing. It's the thing we want to do. We're gonna thing that thing really well. This pipe here, I am going to reverse you. I want you bringing water back into this system, at least in the short term, because we are clearly no longer in a water positive setup. So let's bring a little bit of excess water in, just make sure that gets filled up, because we do want to make sure there's water there, because if we run out of water, well, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. What else we got going on? Yeah, that's it there. In terms of research, I don't know if there's a lot we want to touch with research. I mean, we can get rid of trains. We've got trains, we've got luxury goods, we've got long trains. We haven't got housing for. Offices are probably the next thing we want to start sort of thinking about. So what we can do in the meantime is actually build some of this stuff. So let's get... Yep, quick save. Yep, there we go. Let's get that built. Let's get that built. Let's get all of that built. Or at the very least, unpaused, and whoever is going to bring the bits over can bring the bits over. We've got most of it built. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We somehow managed to miss those 2 bits there. That's fine. They'll get to it. Okay. So I don't think we finished belting in this. I think I did a little bit of this after the previous video. So we have iron, iron goes up here somewhere. It goes into this, and then I didn't want to unity that necessarily. It's fine that it did. That goes into here, where this is prioritizing the iron from this belt as well as the iron from this belt, which is from the old iron mine. So actually, that belt is entirely surplus to requirements. So let's get rid of that. We no longer have a mine there. That belt is not required anymore. Off you go, belt. Yeah, let's get rid of that bridge as well. We don't really need it. It's fine. So that's the iron. This one will be the copper then. Copper is on this belt. This goes over to here, where it joins in to another balancer. It joins in to another balancer because we want to put the iron scrap. Still prioritize that, but also have the additional iron coming in. And then on the other balancer it connects to, once that has been built, so this balancer that's hidden under here, that prioritizes input from this one over the inputs over here. So it'll always prioritize the inputs that come in iron scrap first, then iron copper scrap first, then copper from the train. So that's that. We also have coal belted in, which goes over this very unceremonious path and goes into this belt here where it joins in with this. We might want to change that into a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a splitter. The things we're just looking at, like the merger thing where you can prioritize stuff, whatever that's called. I'm gonna have to look it up. Balancer. Word. It's called a balancer. Right, trucks can't export from there. That's fine. We don't want them to. Let's just turn that off to stop that error message. Groundwater pump has no water. That is absolutely fine. How is food looking? We've got lots of excess food coming in, but it's not really backing up, so that's fine. The food is not backing up on this belt. That's good. The compost is not backing up over here, so we're processing all of the compost. That is also good, which means we're getting a lot of dirt, which means these are filling up relatively quick, but that's all good. That's all good. Right, all of this has been built. So we want to pause all of this. We don't want any of these. Hello. Try that again. It's because that pipe's there, isn't it? I think. Yeah. We want to pause all of those. We want to pause all of those. We want to pause all of those. We want to pause all of those and that and that and that. If we unpause that one, we'll be able to pause all of those and then pause all of those, just so we can come back to it at a slightly later date and figure out what we're going to do. I said limestone's the first thing we're going to be bringing in. Limestone is one of the things which isn't actually belted in, which is this one right here. So this one over here, we'd want to bring this one to, is that a height 2 to start? It's at a height 1. Let's bring it in at height 1 then. Or I suppose we could bring it up to 2, we could bring it up to 3, bring it up to 4, 5's a struggle. So let's bring it up to height 4, with the assumption we're going to want that at a relatively decent height, and we'll also downgrade that belt because I don't know if we need that. Where is limestone going to go? Do we have a limestone input? We do. It is here. So this is where it's going to continue to get incredibly messy. Incredibly messy. So we want to come off of here. We want to bring this belt over here somewhere. I don't mind this so far. So if we bring this here at height 5, bring this, turn snapping off, bring this over here, and then, yep, to there, and turn snapping on, and then into there. That'll do. That'll do. Let's build that and that. So it's all going to get very messy over here, but it's all kind of necessary. And again, we might want to put a balancer in there just to prioritize the limestone it's using. We want to prioritize the limestone that's coming from the mines rather than the limestone we're having delivered. But you know, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. We have a low supply of iron ore. Well, ish. The ship has gone to get more, so that's not a problem. We have got 19 trucks struggling to reach a destination. You are all trying to reach copper scrap. I don't know why you're trying to reach copper scrap. Don't worry about it. There's no reason I can think of you should have to reach copper scrap. We had that terrifying message pop up very briefly. These should start there it is. You are telling me you cannot export depleted steam. You output 48 depleted steam. 48 depleted steam fits nicely into 200 pipe. You go in. Is that because your water's full? It's because your water's full. So you all go into this mess. Let's upgrade that and Unity that one. Because we've got, yeah, 4 that are merging together there. You each output 12 water. So that should be fine for this 200 pipe. This 200 pipe, however, turns into a 60 pipe there. So let's change that. That then goes into this balancer where we are not competing with any water, which goes into a Mark II pipe, which goes into this balancer here. Did I get the right one? Yes, I did. And you are prioritized as an input. So upgrading those 2 pipes should help that. Tell me steel's doing better. Mildly concerning. We have everything we need for steel. Nothing is lacking. All the slag's getting out okay. We're just not making enough steel. Okay. Well. Yeah. I mean, this belt's backing up, this belt's backing up. So we're not in a horrible position. Like, we're not running out of steel. We just don't have a lot of steel, a lot of excess steel. Something just to sort of bear in mind, I guess. Okay, where were we? What were we doing? We were looking at belting the rest of this up, weren't we? That's what we were doing. You finished. You have finished. Okay, does that mean... I don't want you. I want train tracks. So I want to come off of here. Ideally, I can't remember where we got with this. That's definitely not going to fit. So can we get a 22 in? I mean, it's sort of thought about letting me do it. Yeah, no, it's okay with that. If it's okay with that, I'm okay with that. So let's bring this in up to about... In fact, what we'll do is we'll just take that to there. And then over here, we want a line that goes over here. And then if we just extend this up to there, we want this to connect into this nicely. Just like that. Let's delete that. Oh, I'm very surprised it's let me do that. But I'm okay with it. Does mean trucks will not be able to come over this way, however. And I don't think I can put a... is it under buildings? Yeah. Crossing over non-straight track. I cannot. So this is just something trucks will no longer be able to access. They cannot come this way. They can go around, so it's not the end of the world. But if a truck here wanted to get to the sand, it's going to have to go up, around, around, around. Under there, if it can fit between the pillars, it should just about be okay. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but hey diddly-ho. Hey diddly-ho. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, can we Unity... Oh, I wish it would just do the whole like length of track like it does with pipes, but it does not. Okay, so if we get that built, we get that built, we get that built. Trucks now have nowhere to dump things, which is a separate problem. We can get rid of all of that, which is beautiful. Beautiful. So we could finish filling in this, or we can finish filling in this. And I am more keen on getting this finished. So let's swap over to a lovely little slope. You, I want to come to there. And go up to there. Get rid of whatever that is. Bring that flat again. And then you, I want to go to there. Okay, yeah, let's try and get that finished off. Excellent. So, we have this built. The stations are up and running. Okay, we can get our first limestone train on the go. So first things first, let's figure out which one's limestone. This one, nailed it. Nailed it. We don't need this one. We want that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And there is the other deliveries that I was expecting. I will be right back. I have returned. Right, so do we have diesel in this pipe? No. Why don't we have diesel in this pipe? Because it doesn't go anywhere. That's a very good reason why we don't have diesel in this pipe. It looks like I've broken that at some point, so let's just reconnect that back up. Unity that. Okay, so that'll get diesel in the pipe, diesel to the fuel, whatever they're called, stations. That'll do. We want to also unpause those. These are all set to load limestone, so why are you... Oh, I'm looking at... I thought I was at the other station. That's why that's set to load limestone. Okay, we have diesel coming through there. That's fine. They're all set to load limestone. That's great. Let's go over to the other end. This is limestone, I believe. So we will unpour 6 of those. We will set this to unload limestone. Copy that setting and apply it to all of those, I suppose, but then just repause those. So you are set to unload limestone. Your belts are almost all going in the right direction. Okay, so you're going in the right direction, you're going in the right direction, you're going in the right direction. Those connectors should be fine. That comes out there. This comes over here. Let's now, whilst we are thinking about this, pop in a balancer here. So we want a U-shaped balancer. Oh, let's wait for that to disappear. Let's unity that, cut that, pop that there. We want you to prioritize that. Let's get you built. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Low supply of iron ore over there. The ship's just got back in and it's emptying it all out. That's fine. We can get the other iron mine up and running. We will be laughing, mate. Truck struggling to find a destination you can reach. What are you trying to reach? You're trying to reach something in here. Well, I don't want you doing that. Why are you trying to reach something in there? Because you don't have water? Probably because you don't have any water. Let's get ourselves a nice little Mark 1 pipe. Connect that to there. Connect that to there. Unity that. Okay, well, that'll help our steel problem somewhat. Which is, yeah, it is stocking up, but it's stocking up so very slowly. So very, very slowly. Okay, so you're now running. You're waiting on water as well. But you, I thought, were connected up. You have water now. You don't have water. Ah, because it's specifically telling me that it's not connected. That would explain it. If I copy that, that's too close to another connector, so let's just delete that. In fact, can we... Oh, let's just not try and do it while it's doing stuff, because it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy. Let's get rid of that. Copy that off there into somewhere. That's fine. It's going the right way. Let's unity that. Then you will have water as well. So you have iron, you have water, you have, or steel, I should say, steel and water. Steel you don't have. You cannot get rid of your exhaust. Okay. You cannot get rid of your exhaust because this is full, because that's not connected. Well, I made a lot of mistakes over here, didn't I? You can connect into there. Is a Mark 1 pipe enough for 2 of those? It is not. So you need to be upgraded. In fact, just you need to be upgraded. Okay. So you should be able to get rid of your exhaust now. Perfect. You should be able to get rid of your exhaust. You have everything else coming in. Oxygen is coming in very slowly, however. You only need 18 oxygen, and you're connected to a 200 pipe there. So that should be fine. And you are working, and you are working, and you are also struggling to get rid of your exhaust. Did I connect your exhaust up? I did. Is that just because this pipe is full? It's just because this pipe is full. So where is our secondary pipe? Here. So we need to extend this. We need to copy that. Oh, it's annoying it won't go very nicely over there. It can go to there. I don't want you connecting to anything. You can go to there. I mean, my word, that is messy. If we pop you in there. Right, so you are connected to that one. You are connected to the sort of principal one, so let's get rid of you. Let's unity that, even though it's horrible and I don't like it, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. Turn magnet back on, connect you into there. Same with you and you. Unity and unity. And then also build you. And then copy you, connect you into there. You into... Yep, that's fine. Unity that, unity that. And then hopefully that'll be enough just to keep this running. It looks like it's all moving now. It does back up at that point. We'll just have to see how that goes, but we are seeing more steel coming in. We have a high supply of wastewater. That's more of a problem. We are generating 181 wastewater. We are getting rid of 360 wastewater. So why are we not getting rid of that fast enough? We have two 200 pipes, so we can carry enough wastewater out of here fast enough. That connects into this big pipe here, because this needs to be able to carry 320, so that's fine. That can get enough down there. You don't have filter medium. Okay. You take 16 filter medium, you make 36, which should be plenty. You do not have coal. We need to make this a higher priority, I guess. What is the coal situation for this? Do we have a coal output that they can reach? I don't think they do. I think that was probably this one that we disconnected, isn't it? Yeah, this one comes over this direction. So this was supposed to be the coal output that I disconnected. So if I pop this one here, pop that there, and then connect that to there. Yep, unity that, unity that. I think I copied the settings from that, but we'll make sure. And then we will wait for that to be built. We'll get rid of that and that. We will also build that lift. And we do want trucks to be able to export from. I don't have enough unity. Oh, I'm very low on unity. Is that going to pop back up any point soon? Perhaps not. So let's come in here. Let's take the extra health off, because I don't think we need that anymore. That was when we were undergoing some sort of health crisis, but we don't need to have that anymore. We no longer have a health crisis. That should be updating very soon. Ahem, 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 ahem. Thank you. Still only plus 0.16, which is not very much. So let us also take the water reduction off. And the food consumption reduction as well. Is there something else going on? There's a reason we don't have full unity? You don't have water. Well, it is a concern. Why don't you have water? You've got loads of water. You've got loads of water. How is the water not being met? That I do not understand. And also the internet is not being fully met. Electricity's fine, food's fine, household goods, Yeah, we don't have consumer electronics. Computing actually is fine. Why is water not getting in? I don't understand why the water's not working. I literally have no... We're still low on unity, even after I disabled all those things. It's probably because it's going to other bits, I suppose. Why is water not working? Okay, you should have some coal coming in very soon, apart from the fact that I couldn't build that bucket because I didn't have enough unity. Can we make this like... Oh, I don't think they can actually reach those bits. Unity's gone again. Okay, this is a bit of a problem, because they're going to start getting sick soon. So let's reduce that. Let's reduce recycling efficiency as well. Are they just not taking in water because this is full, perhaps? That could be the reason. Okay, we have enough unity to build this. Let's build this, please. That is a priority. We then need to mark this to be deleted, but no trucks can reach it at the moment. I would like to unity that, but I cannot afford to. This, however, is now filled with coal. People are going to come and pick up the coal. Oh, you can reach it. Okay, so some people can come and reach it. That's fine. That's fine. So if you could reach it, why is nobody bringing coal over here? Let's make this a higher priority. Priority 6, please. What we could do in the short term is... Then we can't just flip that belt, and we can't get to that there. Yes, okay, we have come across a problem. We can put compost in here. Should we just remove that for now? Let's just remove that for now. No, let's not put that there because that's going to block off access to everything. Let's just pop that there for the minute. Just so we can actually process that wastewater, because people are going to start getting sick super soon. And I would rather they didn't get sick super soon. Okay, so hopefully that'll fix that. That'll also fix the water problem. So you are starting to process wastewater. Beautiful. You are now starting to process wastewater. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is going down. This is starting to empty. Water consumption has gone up. We still don't have the bonus for water. There it is. Okay. Okay. Well. That was a horrific couple of minutes. Okay, so that's working. It's sort of like a bit of a weird loop thing going on, but I'm okay with that. We've had a little bit of coal come in as well. Right. Oof. Panic over. Panic on. We've got no iron. The ship has gone to get more iron, but we have no iron coming in here at the moment. That's far from ideal. So, what do we want to do? We don't really have spare excavators or anything, do we? So, where are my digger crews? So one of these, the flattenator, is doing the limestone anyway. Where is the flattenatorial of speed? What are you doing? You're just helping to dig down that. Okay, you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to come over here. You are going to do iron over here. So we're going to get the terraforming. We're going to say mining designation. We're going to come in here and we're going to say just take a chunk out of that mountain. Then we want to make sure you can access the ore plant over there. I probably should just unassign the things from them, but whatever. So I want you to be able to use that. You can. Can you also use this, and this? Okay, cool. That's that done. We need to get a train out of here. We need you to go onto a new line. You are going to go onto limestone because we've already set up limestone because I'm some sort of genius. So you're going to do limestone. We're just going to do one for the moment and see how it keeps up with it. You are going to do iron because iron's going to be coming in very soon. We may as well get you on there. Can I make sure? Yeah, this needs to change. So you're going to go to the iron and copper weight. You're then going to go into the iron load. You're going to wait till you're full of iron ore. Then you are going to go to this one. And then you are going to go to this one, where you are going to empty yourself of iron. Okay. Tickety, tickety, tick. That means we need to unpause you, and you. So have a little check on the belts. You are going the right way. You are going the right way. The iron goes over to this, where it hits this balancer, where it is a priority in. We no longer need that. That is fine. Okay. And over on this side, I haven't told you to be iron. It probably doesn't matter because you'll have iron coming in anyway, but let's make sure you are being told that you need iron. And then let's copy that, put that onto those, and then unpause those bits. Make sure all the belts are going the right way, which looks absolutely fine. And then come back over here because I have a sneaking suspicion you have been told to load. Yes, you need to unload. You need to unload iron ore. So we're going to copy that. We're going to pop that onto all of those. Okay. So we should be seeing you coming out of here. Why are you not coming out of here? It's building one, but I thought these ones, yeah, these are at the depots. It says you haven't got a line, but I'm telling you to do iron. Do iron. No line. What does that mean? You got the weight, you got the load, you got the weight, you got the unload. Is there something else going on? You can come up here, you can come here. You can get there. Why are you not coming out of there? What if I tell you to do iron? And also I think limestone needs fixing. If I tell you to do iron, let's pop into the train lines. Yeah, limestone is broken. Get rid of that condition. You're going to load it with limestone. You are then going to come over to this one. You are then going to come over to this one, where you are going to empty of limestone. Okay. Why am I not seeing trains? Why am I not seeing trains? No power. What do you mean no power? You've got no diesel. I don't... Refuel. Okay. That's probably why the iron one isn't coming. So they sat there in the depot so long they ran out of fuel, is what I'm taking from that. Okay, what's this going on? You are telling me you are struggling to find a destination. Oh my word, they've done all of this. Holy moly! I think I've ran out of trees for you to harvest. I think I have completely run out of trees for you to harvest. That's fine. Where are you? Where were you? You telling me you can't reach those trees there? There you go. That's giving you something to do, right? I understand that you can't reach the rest. That's absolutely fine, but you might as well go and get those ones. And then I will just pause all of you, I think. Low supply of iron ore. Tree harvester. Low supply of iron ore. Why do we have two low supplies of iron ore? Because you're low and you're low, although you're not actually technically low. Right. Train lines. Limestone. Let's have a look at you. You are on your way out. That is perfect. We have the first iron train coming in. And we have another one that's gone into the stacker. It's going to wait there. Okay, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. You don't have any iron ore to load up with yet. That is perfectly reasonable. We are starting to see the first iron ore coming in because these are all here and they are now busy taking it hopefully straight down here. Yes, they are. It won't accept any more limestone, but it should still run, so that is absolutely fine. Okay, right, so you will be going soon. We probably want another iron train on there, but until that starts moving a bit faster, it's not really worth worrying about. What I might do is have a phone call come in. Right, hang on again. Right, latest distraction dealt with. What is going on now? We have, let's slow everything down. We have a low supply of silicon poly. Why do we have a low supply of silicon poly? Because you don't have that, because you don't have coal. Why don't you have coal? I thought coal was doing okay. We have loads of coal coming on the line. It is coming in over here fast enough. It is getting into the buckets. So what is the problem with that? It could be that this one isn't Mark III, whereas the other ones are, but then again, we're not getting two full belts of Mark III off anyway. Why is this one not exporting at full speed? Like, it's not importing at full speed. It keeps stopping, even though there are two Mark III belts coming out. I don't get that. Yeah, why is this jittering? It should be able to import there as fast as it can, and these belts aren't full, so I don't understand why that's happening. On the other hand, this one is now moving consistently. So that's something. So that should, it looks like that has helped maybe increase the speed of the coal coming in. So we are just using too much coal. We are also sending coal over here. But that should be, that's full, so why are you still moving? You're not now. Okay, good. So we're no longer putting coal over there. So all the coal is now going along the belts. You are only a Mark II. And that Mark II belt is now full coming in. Which suggests it's like a Mark II thing somewhere, but I can't see one. Goes into that connector. This connects over to the other system. Goes into this, which is a waste of time, but fine. Okay, but nothing's backing up, so I'm not too worried about that. Does this need to be a Mark... There's no point in making that a Mark 3 belt when there's only a Mark 2 belt coming in and it isn't backing up that belt. There's no point in that at all. So that's about as much coal as we can have coming in. And we've got other things going on. Do you have coal now? You have absolutely no coal. Which means you have no coal. Just checking if it's backing up anywhere. And it's not, we just don't have enough coal coming in. Wait. Okay, that's only just catching up. Okay, maybe it'll catch up in a second. Hopefully. Otherwise we could be in a little bit of trouble. We have low supply of electronics 1. Why do we have a low supply of electronics 1? We have copper coming out. You have rubber in you. It's just the copper. Why is the copper struggling? Probably because of the coal? Probably because of the coal. Okay, well that explains that. High supply of slag. Where is this? This is at the train station. So that suggests this train needs to be running more. We already have 4 of these dedicated to slag. We could take away another one that we have dedicated to rock at the moment, but I'm not overly keen on doing that when we don't have a lot of rock, but they might be digging up rock, so I don't really want to do that. We just need to get that going faster. If we need to get that going faster, do you know what that means? It means another train. So let's go to our train line. Let's go. Why do you have a problem? The train can't find a path. Where are you? Oh! Hilarious. Yeah, no, you're right. You can't. So you need to come from here into there. And you need to come from here into there. Can we please get those built as a matter of urgency? Thank you. And then whilst we're here, we will also get the rest of these connected in. Oh, no, I don't want you going. Why are you insisting on going that way? What? It's because of that. Bloomin' pillar. Right, you're going to go in there. You're going to go in there. You're going to go in there. You have another pillar in the way. And you... I'm going to suffer a mild coughing fit, and then we are going to see there are so many pillars in the way of this one. So can we get rid of these in any nice way which gets rid of the pillar? Yes. That pillar is probably still in the way? Yes, it is. As in, there's another pillar that's in the way is what I meant there. So let's take this off of there. Ah. Okay. In which case, we are just going to delete that. We are then... Why are you not going now? There we go. You are going to connect into there.
cannot find valid pillars placement. Of course you can't, because I deleted the pillars. If we just get rid of that, and unity that, and then connect that to there. There we go. Now you have valid pillars. Right, so that's all of those in place, so the train should actually be running now. Have you got yourself stuck? No valid destination to deliver sand, but you are also stuck. Where are you trying to take sand is an interesting question. People complaining about no fuel. Fuel is actually going down. So let's get a couple of these running. We wanted to build another train to get rid of that slag faster. It's not a massive concern because we've got loads and loads and loads and loads of gold, but if we can, why not? Right, so we've looked at the slag, we've looked at the silicon poly. Hopefully there is some coal coming in now. There is not. We might have to do a little bit of calculations on the coal to see if we've actually got enough coal to run everything on that Mark III belt that's there. Otherwise, I wish I hadn't deleted that iron belt, because we could have done with having 2 of those, I suppose, couldn't we? The alternative is we get a coal train running. That's an alternative. But then we need to get diggers for coal. We don't have any spare diggers. You're the old iron mine, aren't you? As nice as it is to have. Let's move you there. And the Flatinatorial of Speed. You are now going to go and dig up some coal for me. So let's get a mining designation. Let's come in at... You're going to get a bit of sand as well, I suppose, but that's fine. You can start getting that. I need to make sure the iron team... In fact, I could just... Iron control tower. If I'm going to give those there, why not just put those on the iron tower new, which is there. Okay, let's do that. So you have got 5, 2, 4, 4, 4. Oh, we haven't got enough maintenance. Oh dear. Iron. 5, 2, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Okay, that means we can then get rid of this, and this. Don't we really have any need for that anymore? Maybe I'll come to regret that. Who knows? Right, we don't have enough maintenance one. Mega Excavator is struggling to find a destination it can reach because you cannot get underneath that pipe. Once you get over here, you can go around there over that bridge. In fact, you can go all the way around. That should be absolutely fine. You just can't get over this pipe here. I don't really want to put a bridge in the middle of our forest. So instead, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to unity. I'm going to unity that. I'm going to get us a small bridge. I'm going to pop that one in there. I'm going to unity that. I'm going to get this. And it's going to run underneath there. It's going to connect to there. And we're going to unity that. Okay. We have oodles and oodles and oodles of maintenance coming in. So we're going to come over here. We're going to say reduce maintenance immediately. It's not a lot I think I want in... What did I have in here? I had food consumption, didn't I? Let's do recycling efficiency just because we're a bit low on goods. So that's something there. If we are digging up coal, we also need a coal train. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are going to be unloading coal. We want to copy that over to all of those. That needs to be going the other way. That needs to be going the other way. Everything else looks fine. You're not. You're not. Okay, now you look fine. Let's come over to the coal station. So we want to unpause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also want to unpause any of that. Your belts are all going the wrong way. You are going to be bringing in coal. We want you to be loading. We're going to copy that over to all of those. We also want to make sure, well, if we say none to train limits, no, we don't really want none. Do we want 1, 2, 3, 4? We probably want 5. 5 train limit, and 5 train limits already on there. 5 train limits already on there. Okay. So we've got people going to dig coal, which is already assigned to this. We've got people coming to dig iron, which is already assigned to that. You should be able to make your way over there now. Why can you not get over there? Because we have that pipe. No, that should be fine. You can get over there, and you can drive down there, and you can drive all the way around there. Oh, they have started moving. Okay. It's just because I keep pausing the game. High supply of slag. We want to build another train for that, but that is just going to have to wait for a moment. Let's get a coal line going. So we want a new line. We want to call this coal, because we are very adventurous like that. Coal is black, so you're going to be that color. You are then going to come over here. You are going to go to this one. You are then going to go to this one, the coal load, where you are going to wait until you are full of coal. Then you are going to come over to here. Then you are going to come over to here, and you are going to wait until you are empty of coal. Tick, saved. You should be going out. Excellent. Okay. It's nice to see lots of trains running around. That's beautiful. That's the iron train coming in. Wait. Oh, I know what I did. Come over here. Apply, apply. That's on the rest of them, isn't it? Nope. Apply, apply. Apply, apply. Apply, apply. Okay. And unassigned trains. That's fine. Okay. So now we have our beautiful black coal train, which is exactly what we want. So you're come in there. Obviously, there is no coal at the moment, but we should be seeing people going over there and starting to dig. That is great. We will be seeing coal soon. And we should have excavators over there very soon to go and do the iron. Okay, but that isn't going to change the fact that coal isn't getting in fast enough, is it? So what can we do to try and fix that? We can look at this and say there's no coal on this belt. And we can panic. It's because they're starting to get into shallower coal, so they're digging up more rock. Okay. Well, there's not a lot we can do about that. They probably already have plenty to mine. They do. It's just there is less coal coming out of that mine. What we need is more diggers. That's what we need. Everything's horrifically busy apart from tree harvesters. We could get rid of the tree harvesters. If we're saying we're relying on that over there, because when do we get the next and the final tier of additional vehicles?
It's there. We can actually research it already. It's only +5, but that is a repeatable one, I think. I don't know. It might be. I think because it's got plus in front of it, I think that's a repeatable one. So let's add that to the queue. Let's come over here. Let's unpause that and unpause at least a couple of those to get some research going. Okay. Whew. So maintenance is a massive concern. We do have copper on all of those, so we should be seeing enough copper coming in to deal with it. Is it? No, it's not a problem with the... So you're running, you're getting enough copper ore coming in. You are waiting for more molten copper, but that's coming in and it fills up just as you finish. You have enough acid. So that should be fine. We're seeing this weird little... Like that can carry, yes, that can carry slightly more than these belts can output, so that might jitter a little bit. But it shouldn't be a massive problem. We are seeing a pretty consistent stream coming over here. That is also feeding into the vehicle production. But we are seeing these... Yeah, you all have full everything coming in. Are we just in a position where we're... Yeah, again, we went over that. We can produce 1.9 and we were crept up to 2 there. Maintenance 2 is also very much getting there. I think we need another maintenance 1. Where we're going to fit that in, I don't know. Can we reduce maintenance any more? I think we're on a max, aren't we? Yeah. Ha! Ha! We've had an iron delivery. That might be the first iron delivery we've had in. That's beautiful. So that will start filling up as more of this is getting used. Are we producing silicon poly? Well, the fact, yeah, we are a little bit. We are still struggling for coal. I think I need to sit down and do some maths on the coal at some point when I can stomach doing maths. Because we should have plenty coming in. We are seeing more on this belt. So the belt that's going to come in from the delivery, as in the train delivery, goes straight onto this one. Okay. If we do that, that will bypass the splitting into 2. Although we've just ran out of... Oh, there's a bit more coming in. And that'll hopefully ensure that there's max... I also want to... No. Add that one into that one, I think. It's going to get a bit confusing. But it doesn't matter too much, because when it gets to this point, it gets split into 2 anyway. So what we're seeing now is that one backing up because there is coal on these. Who delivered coal into here? Who delivered coal into there? That's a little bit bizarre. So this one's backing up with coal. That's great. This one isn't. That's less great. But if this one backs up all the way, so I think coal is sorting itself out. Which means maintenance is slowly fixing itself as well. That is ticking up. Okay, that's good. So the tree harvesters have finished doing everything now. We are gonna need more in the end. But I think for now, we are just going to get rid of these, which is also going to put some trucks back into the fleet, which is not a bad thing. And that will then free up a few extra spaces over here, which is also not a bad thing. So you guys... I just want to see a truck get filled up and leave this. I want to make sure you're going to the right place. You're going to go get some fuel. That's not what I wanted to see. I care not if you're getting fuel. I care more... Okay, so you just have rock, so you're just going to go and dump the rock. Now you're taking the rock all the way down there. I suppose if it needs rock, it needs rock, but I mean, that is excessive, my friend. So you have coal, you're the one that's going over there. You have coal and dirt. You're also going there? Is everyone low on fuel? Yeah, you are low on fuel. You just have coal. So you're taking it over there. I would rather you didn't. Why for are you not taking it into... Hang on a second. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I see a problem. I see a little itty-bitty problem. Okay, so we also need you to do coal, because I forgot you to do coal. I also forgot... Oh, no, we were going to put a different in for coal and sand, right? That's what we were going to do. Boop. Let's just copy all of this a second. And then for coal and sand, we're going to put one in where the terrain is completely flat. Here? Sure. There. In fact, no, I want you facing the other way. There. You can be connected into this. That's beautiful. You don't need to do iron. You don't need to do limestone. You don't need to do copper. You do need to do rock. You do need to do dirt. You need to do coal, and you need to do sand. I did not add that in there. Let's just make sure I didn't add coal in and get myself confused. So you have 4 outputs, so we can get rid of one of these. We don't need you. Fine. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. So now we have... you're going to be coal. You're going to be sand. You're going to be sand. You're going to be rock. You're going to be rock. You're going to be dirt. You're going to be dirt. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are nothing to me. You are set for the wrong materials, so you have to be coal. You have to be coal. You have to be sand. You have to be sand. You have to be rock. And you have to be... Hello. And you have to be rock. And you have to be dirt. And you have to be dirt. Okay. Let's get that built. Except we don't want those. We don't need those 3 towers right now. Let's just leave that. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. So you're going to come over to these, but you don't actually need to come over to those. You can be free to do other tasks. Okay. Then we need to figure out this mess. So coal comes in here and is connected to nothing. Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Coal is connected to nothing. You need to come out here at height 5. You need to come over here. And then over here. At this point, I want you to go to about here. Drop down to ground level. So I want to put a bridge in there. And then go back up to height 5, just for fun and games. If you go there, you get flipped, you get copied, you connect into there. And then we want to put a vehicle ramp in there. We're going to do a medium one just in case we need to fit more in. So that's going to go there, which is roughly in line with that, which is fine. We're going to unity that. We're going to unity that. We're going to unity that. That will get the coal into the coal station, which is already unpaused. That's going to go and unpause it, but that's fine. I just want to make sure that you are connected into this connector, not this one. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I just need to make sure because I can't tell without actually seeing you. There we go. Yes. Okay, so we have coal in. The rock and the dirt can wait. I'm not so worried about those. You're going to be scrapped. You are up and running. You should have... Right, so we need to just check this now. What team do we have doing coal? The Flattenatorial of Speed. And you can definitely use that ore sorter. Right, okay. So that should make that a bit faster because right now we've got trucks going all over the place. Where are you going? Over to this one lonely tree harvester who's still going. But I think you have run out of stuff to harvest, right? Yeah. So you can also be scrapped. Now I think I've just scrapped... Where are they? David Walker. I've just scrapped David Walker. Yeah. So let's make sure David Walker lives on elsewhere. There you go, David. Kind of glad that I realized I'd done that. Just make sure you're a large tree harvester. You're a large tree harvester. Okay. David Walker is safe. You guys probably shouldn't just be stopped on the train tracks. What are you doing? Oh my word. Horrific accident. Horrific accident. I feel like you're stuck. I feel like you're stuck. Okay, right. So you're probably just waiting for your trucks to return because they drove 400 million miles away. Limestone's doing okay. We've got a lot of dirt on them. We don't have a dirt or rock train at the moment. That's a different concern entirely. Iron. The iron train is waiting to be filled because it's not quite full. It is a tiny little itty bitty bit empty. So we do need more iron coming in. Where have you guys gone? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, so the iron team was told to go to here rather than being over on the actual iron tower. So once they have emptied themselves of limestone, which could take a little while, that will sort itself out. Okay. What are you? You're an empty iron train. Why are you going anywhere? Why are you going that way? Don't understand why you're going that way. You should be waiting in the stacker. Coal train is waiting. That's fine. You are definitely an iron train. Right, so trucks are coming back down here. They will start using that ore sorter. That will start getting coal in. Okay. The slag problem. We need another train over here, but I'll sort of wait until everything else is sort of stabilized. We've got so much dirt. Let's add dirt into the global dump. Hello, dirt. There we go. So they will now put dirt over here to help fill this up. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so this is filled up with all of the wood from over here, which is amazing. That is still filled with wood, but trucks cannot export from there, so that is a somewhat automated process. The slag is more of a problem, and really the only thing we can do is just get another train in there. We're just producing slag faster than we're using it. So let's just come over here. Maintenance is still ticking up. Copper is pretty full. That's good. Steel is absolutely full. That's good. The other thing we could do to try to reduce maintenance, of course, is actually put some more paving in. It's been a long time since we've done that. So maybe we'll put a little bit in. What did I do before? I think it was this one. So let's come over here and pop a bunch down there. We've got a bunch of stuff coming down here, so that can join in with that. We can do that as well, and we can do this area where they are delivering stuff, and over there where they're doing that. This bit here, and then this bit here can get done. I know that's going underneath some of the things, but it's okay. And then like over here, and up here, and just pretty much all of this area, to be honest. And a little bit up to like there. And then also all of that. And then all of that. And then pretty much all of that. I'm just going to end up doing the whole map, I think, at this rate. Because trucks are just going absolutely everywhere right now. Because there's also a good chunk there. Might as well just fill that in. Okay, well that'll give the concrete dude plenty to do. Because yeah, there's we just want to cover the whole map in it, I think. And at some point we'll think about making it a bit prettier as well. But that's a thing for another day. So coal is coming in, coal is coming down here, it's filling up the train. We've got our first coal train out and about. Amazing. Have you started digging up iron? Sort of. There is one over there. Surely there should be more than one. You're probably still waiting to get rid of your limestone. That will hopefully sort itself out soon. Limestone belt is full. That's amazing. That goes over there. The coal belt. Yeah, why are you carrying around nothingness? Can you come here a second? So you are on iron. Go there and wait till you're full of iron. So I'm going to watch this guy a second, and then we'll probably think about finishing up. I probably need to put a balancer on the coal, but that can also probably wait. So we still have a high supply of slag over in the gold, high supply of fertilizer, fine, high supply of naphtha and fuel gas, fine and fine. That should hopefully mean that our diesel is filling up. Our diesel is also full. Excellent. Cool. Well, let's just watch this guy and make sure he's not being a complete tool, and then we will finish up. Oh look, there's another train. Hello, coal train. Chur chur. It'd be nice if they honked when they went past each other. That would make me somewhat happy. It's a small thing, but that would make me happy. So it gets down to about 57 there. That's not horrific. These guys are definitely all stuck. That will hopefully sort itself out when we reload the game at another time. So you should be going down here. You're bringing a bunch of limestone down here. Where did you get that limestone? Underneath our little pipe tunnel. You should be going into here because you're iron. You're stopping there, but then you're going straight through. Why is that happening? That's definitely copper load. That's definitely iron load. It's because there's no weights here, but I thought... I would like to understand why that's happening. If any of you can help me out with that, I would very much appreciate it. What I think's happening
is this dude is coming over here. It's going to this station, but then it's in a no stop zone. And because it's in a no stop zone, but it shouldn't be stopping there if it's a no stop zone. Because it's in a no stop zone, it's going right through. And it has a suitable line to do that, so it's just going for it. So do I just take that station out? If I take this one out of there, if I take the weight out, then it's just trying to get to here. It can't stop here, it can't stop here, so it should stop in one of these. So I'm just going to watch this guy and see if that's fixed it. We'll come back and talk about that next time. I hope you are continuing to enjoy Captain of Industry, where we had a brief panic over several things. We have to deal with the rock that's coming out of these, because that's going to become a problem very soon. These are all very temporary solutions anyway, because there's not a lot in them. I think we have a coal mine going on the map. We might want to look at getting that sorted. As I sort of mentioned at the beginning, I would like to start looking into offices. That's sort of the next thing we would like to do. But perhaps we need to get... What is your problem? Cannot reach destination. Oh yeah, no, I see your problem. That is absolutely fair. You do not have a path. That's fine. And you're there because you can't get rid of that limestone. That is absolutely fine. Awesome. Right. Did I do my thing? I don't know. If you're enjoying it, like, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time in Captain of Industry. And as always, thank you so very, very much for joining me.